Hello. Today in this session we are going to understand the few of the very important points. Example, GTIN. What is a GTIN? Application ID, prefixes. Okay. Actually, what is a GTIN? I will tell you. When we do the trade, any country base, okay, any place base, country basis, we follow the standards. Okay, so to follow that standard, we have the GTIN number. What is that? Because sometimes when we buy a new product, for an example, we buy a power bank. Okay, in the back side or on the charger, mobile chargers or like laptop chargers, we see some kind of like this CE. This is the standard actually. And also we see some different kinds of, for an example, some icons. Okay, some icons. These are the standards actually. So to sell the product in a specific country, to do the trade, okay, to purchase, sale, whatever, we follow some of the standards. Okay. So CE means conform to the European standard. Like this, we have the made in Bharat. Okay, this is also the standard one kind of. Okay, on the chargers, Bharat made. We see more kind of like. So this is the standard we follow. Okay, based on the product or country base. So GTIN is the full form of the GTIN is the global trade number of the item or product. Okay, so here is the requirement. We receive some of the bearings, and this is for an example purposes. Best before date field I will explain you. Okay, best before date. But we have some kind of products like perfumes, more kind of different products where we have the best before date. Those are not the food product. So this best before date or SED, self life expiration date, these kind of details, it depends upon the product to product. Most of the cases we find this on the food product. Okay, so the requirement we got from to enhance the screen, we receive the bearings from the supplier or vendor. Okay, when we receive the bearing, okay, in our warehouse, so in our warehouse by default RF screens, we do not have this functionality. I will tell you. To get that functionality, to process this functionality in our warehouse, we require the enhancement. What we require, now I'm going to explain you. So vendors send us the products, okay, through the trucks. In our warehouse, the warehouse workers, they start the unloading process, one by one handling unit. To verification purposes, or what we have inside that HU, what is the product we have, what is the quantity we have, what is the batch number we have, everything we can verify before putting that product inside our warehouse to the final place. We call this as a hierarchy storage type. The warehouse workers, they scan the handling units. Okay, so when they scan the handling units, how they scan? They scan all the details via barcodes. Okay, generally by standard or simple, we have some of the functionality. See here, we have some of the basic functionality to put the handling unit number only, source here, source bin number or source bin detail here, destination bin detail here, that's it, or actual quantity, batch number, some of the basic details we have here. But We are receiving the handling unit from the vendor or supplier. Our vendor or supplier send us the handling unit with the more details via barcodes. Okay, in the barcodes we have more details of the product. So what is we have more details. For an example, quantity, we have the SSCC, okay, serial shipper container code, which is the handling unit ID. Handling units are nothing but a box which holds the item or product. The type of the handling unit size are different, but the basic of the handling unit means it holds the product. Okay, it made by wood, made by different materials, but the basic property of the handling unit, it holds the product inside it. Okay, inside them. So on the barcodes we receive the 00, more details of the product. Okay, like for an example, we are receiving product, quantity, batch number. For an example, we are receiving food product, bust before date, okay, or expiration date. Okay, but here suppose we have only the basic functionality, but here we are receiving EAN, European article number details, and more details. But by default we don't have any here scan button to scan the EAN details. Okay, EAN 128 details. Now I will tell you here. So achieve this kind of requirement, okay, so we need to enhance the additional functionality on the RF devices. Okay, so one more point I want to explain you here. So here what we did, actually we provided one scan button and the area, okay, where manually the barcode number, because every barcode contains the number behind them. Okay, so here we can put the manually barcode number. Here we put the handling unit types, the size of the handling unit. So suppose we receive the handling unit, the box, the HU from the vendor or supplier. So if we know this is the 1 meter of the, okay, this is the 1 meter of the handling unit. So the warehouse workers, when we scan the handling unit, okay, at the time of unloading the handling units into our warehouse, the warehouse workers, okay, at the run time or warehouse resource, they put here HU type is E1, okay, 1 meter pallet, okay, European pallet or 1 meter pallet. So system will understand, system will decide, system will allow us to place this 1 meter HU into the bin where we have the at least 1 meter of space. Okay, system will understand, because suppose this is the now suppose this is a 3 meter pallet, this is the 3 meter pallet. Okay, here we have the size of the HU is 3 meter, and here at run time the warehouse workers, they put E3. Then immediate system will see inside the storage types, yes, we need to do the configuration, okay, development configuration. But the basic how business flows happen, so system will see, okay, system first see, okay, the maximum of this bin size is 1 meter. System will skip. System will see in the storage type section and bin where we have the at least 3 meter or 4 meter, 5 meter, depends, space to place this handling unit. Then this handling unit will be placed by the verifying the RF screen to that specific storage type inside the storage section 0001 total section inside the storage bin. So this is a basic business requirement. Okay, if you require any kind of understand the more businesses, supports in the warehouse, complex warehouse processes, if you want to understand, okay, training, support, any kind of, if you require help, or you may mail me, you may text me, you may WhatsApp me, you may text me. Okay, so here we have GTIN. So what is a GTIN? GTIN means standard global trade number of the items. So every country specific we follow the standards, okay, to do the trading of the goods. So we have the different kind of GTIN number 12, which is the universal product number in USA. GTIN 13, we have EAN number in the Europe, EAN, European article number, which we are going to scan from here. Additional functionality we added. We enhance this screen, okay, RFS screen. We have the GTIN 14 used for customs logics, carton logics, carton means type boxes, okay, and logistics unit. GTIN 8 we have for small products. Why we use this GTIN? What is the benefits? So first benefit is eliminates confusion in similar product. So if we have the similar kind of product, how we can segregate? Through GTIN it would be segregated, okay, then we won't confuse in this situation. So, and speed up scanning at the time of picking, loading, unloading, any kind of inventory management, counting, cycle counting, any process in the warehouse, speed up the scanning process because GTIN segregates the product. So similar product, so improves inventory, yes, reduce normal manual entry errors, okay. So because through, so it's a beneficial. GTIN is a standard, okay. So what is the uses of the GTIN? Global trade number of the product. For US we have the different 12, for EU we have the 13, for the normal common cartons logistics unit we have the 14, for small products we have the 8. We can check more online. We have a lots of different depends upon the product. So we have the some of the application IDs and prefixes. If we take any barcode, okay, now I will tell you one barcode here. If we take any barcode, we have the different kind of prefixes. In the bracket you see 0, 1, then or some line, long line, then short line, then long line contains some digits, okay, the way, because we have the different kind of barcodes. So in the normal barcode sometimes we have in the bracket for an example 22 or like 20, 21, okay, 0, 1. That are the application IDs or prefixes which indicates the properties. It indicates the properties. Just a moment guys, just a moment, I will